Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to Wildflower World. This is our weekly podcast. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what I have been knitting, which is mostly going to all be about sock madness. So be prepared to hear a lot of talk about sock knitting. And we, of course, are going to talk about the winner of this week's poll in Instagram. It was pretty clear winner right from the gate this morning. So I will show you what yarn I picked and what is going to be the winner. There is more socks in my future, you guys. So I pulled out some yarn from my stash, even though I did do some yarn shopping this weekend. If I don't get too sidetracked, I will come back to the yarn shopping bit. But this stuff is out of my stash. So 2 colored socks is what I am going to cast on. This is bonus pattern from round 1 of Sock Madness is what I think I'm going to cast on, because the sock for pattern for round 2 has not come out yet. Hi Susanna. Oh, hi Nikki. So these are the colors. I know I want to do white, and then the options were white and blue or white and brown. So as you can see, the color or the yarn is all Patton's Croy, because I have a whole ton of that in my stash and I need to start using some of this up. So the white is just probably Aran. I'm trying to think of what the actual name is on here. Muslin. So just a kind of a creamy off-white. This one is a navy and this one here is flax. So I've got multiple balls of a lot of these colors in my stash. So this was the option, blue and white or white and brown. So should I tell you what the winning combination is, or should I leave you in suspense for a little bit longer? There was lots of votes. Hi, Cindy. So I don't know, I think both of them would look nice. And they're, anyways, I didn't really have a preference. Maybe brown. Maybe that was what I was kind of leaning towards. I'm not sure. Oh, Cindy's saying blue and white. Oops, no, these two. So the winning yarn combination from all the votes and Facebook, Instagram stories is blue and white. For the longest time, I thought nobody. Oh, Christine voted for brown. Christine, you made the yarn happy, because for the longest time nobody had knit or had voted for this poor brown color. Melanie saying, yeah, you voted for blue, did you? So yep, the brown's going back on the shelf, and this one, this is the color combination. And I was hoping, I'm going to try to show you, let me see if I can show you a pattern. Haven't got the pattern even printed off yet. Oh, Sherry, you voted for brown too. There was some people towards the end started voting for brown. Maybe they felt bad that everything was so lopsided. Isn't that funny? But I had thought once, I thought, boy, I wonder what would happen if, well, I mean, I guess I would know what would happen if nobody voted for one of the color combinations. So I guess it's hands down, you know what's being cast on, right? So let me see here. I can even tell you, I Got Wise is the sock pattern name. And let me see here. There. So, okay, I can show you. So that's what the pattern looks like. It's stripy. And my first thought was it illusion knitting? But I don't think it is. I think it's just stripes. I haven't even actually read the whole pattern yet. But it does have, looks like something cable. So on the, right at the bottom of the leg, where you go into the foot, it has that design there. And I think it is cables slipping. Oh, maybe it's not cable. No, maybe it's just a slip stitch. Little Okay, here's another. Wait, maybe I can blow this up a little bit. Oh, no. That's not what I want. Oh, no, hold on. Here's like a side view. If I can. So there's just that fun little detail right on the bottom of the leg. Anyways, it looks fun. It looks interesting, and maybe not super hard. Did it tell you? I didn't tell you who the designer was. Let me look. So, Sock Madness. Socks by Koya Cafe. Coffee? Cafe? Yeah. Anyways, they'll be on Ravelry, and they look fun. So that's what I needed the two colors for. I needed two colors that were going to be high contrast. Laptop almost fell. Let me put this down. High contrast and tonals or solids. And I don't have a whole lot of those. A lot of them, all of mine are variegateds. So this is what I had. I had red, and I thought they would kind of look like candy cane socks, but I wasn't feeling red. So I went with the blue and the brown. So white and blue is the color combination for this brand new pair of socks. So thanks so much for voting. I was doing a little bit of cleaning up here in this room yesterday, and I came across a little 9-inch needle. So I thought that'll be good. I found another sock needle. I have all of these big plans to get more socks cast on. So I need to kind of find and recoup some of my sock needles from different projects. So, oh, Cindy, you had your fingers crossed. Was that for the blue or for the brown? Is that what you were talking about, having fingers crossed? Or, anyways, let me talk about Sock Madness. Let me show you my socks. I'm going to show these ones again just because they're gorgeous, if I do say so myself. Just the pattern. Hi, Susan. Yes. So the one that I showed you is the bonus pattern. This is the pattern that was the qualifying round. And then round 1 of Sock Madness ended today. Today's just Monday, yes. So I think it ended today or maybe late Sunday night. So round 2 is going to begin. So I got my socks finished. So there is the, I'm calling that the Ipomia. I'm not sure if I'm totally pronouncing that correctly, but look, see, it's got beads up here. There's a smocking stitch, and then this really cute, just a little tiny bit of a lace pattern with the leaves on both sides of the sock, and then just a twisted rib all the way down to the toe. Heel flap and gusset. So just so you know, I'm telling the truth. Here is finished sock number 2. Toes are Kitchener stitched. Totally done. So I was working on these Friday. I mean, I knit a lot on them Friday. All day Friday I knit on these. There was 3 spots still open on my team Thursday night when I went to bed. Friday morning there was 2 spots open on my team. And I was knitting and checking the Ravelry thread all Friday afternoon as I was trying to knit, edit the Fiber Friends podcast, and then every once in a while I kept checking Ravelry, checking to see how my team was. And there was 2 spots, and then it went down to 1, and it's like, ooh, will I make it? And I honestly really wasn't planning on making it, but you know, there's always, I guess, a tiny little bit of hope, thinking, well, maybe I might. You never know, right? I was thinking there's probably other knitters on my team are frantically working on their socks too, and you know, wherever people are, you know, you never know, right? Maybe people are all right really close to you, maybe somewhere ahead. And when I started the Friday Night Live in the Fiber Friends Facebook group, it was down to 1 spot. Somewhere late afternoon, it had gone down to 1 spot. So while we were doing the Friday Night Live, Karen checked my team and she was like, oh, Louise, your team's full. So I was close. I don't know. I had a couple of inches left to go on the foot and then my toe, and then I was going to be done. But the team had filled, so that was fine. my goal for Sock Madness had been to get 2 pairs of socks knit. So I did, and I actually counted from when I cast on my qualifying sock, and I knit both of these pairs in 16 days. That is like a phenomenally, amazingly incredible, out of this world that I have knit 4 pairs of socks, four socks, 2 pairs in 16 days. Just a little over 2 weeks. That's like four days for a sock. Pretty incredible. So I feel really, really pleased with myself that I did it, that I took the leap and signed up to just even attempt it. And I qualified, which was amazing to me, because not only do you have to get it done within a certain time frame, it has to be friggin' perfect, you guys. And that is not normally my mindset. I'm kind of like, budget where you can. If it's not a big deal and you don't think you're going to see it, and don't worry about it. Well, these guys, they look at basically every stitch. You couldn't have anything miscrossed. Your twisted stitches could not be untwisted. So if there was any mistake, they pointed it out, and then you either had to try to fix it, pull it back, or reknit and then resubmit. So not only did it have to be fast, but it had to be pretty much perfect in order to get it done. So just the fact that I was able to qualify and was really, really exciting. So this pair, I was under the guidance of Karen and Judith Friday night, because I said, well, I know I haven't made it onto the team. I'm going to finish my sock, but I thought for my sock number 2, I thought, okay, well, I was somewhere right about here. I was almost at the length that I would actually want a pair of socks to fit me at. I thought, well, maybe I'll just, not worry about it, and I will just make this to fit me. I could basically stop knitting the foot and just do the toe. And I could hear Karen and Judith from the other side of the screen. They're like, no! They're like, knit it the specified length, the number of rows that you need to, knit it to the competition rules, and then submit it. Even though I wasn't going to have a place on the team to advance into round 2 for competing, you could still become, move over to the cheerleading team. So that's what I did. So I finished it all to specifications. I submitted it and asked to see if I could carry on as a cheerleader. So there, of course, we're like, absolutely, you can. So what that gives you is you get access to the bonus pattern. So I'm guessing there's going to be a bonus pattern for every round for these speedy knitters who get socks done within a day and a half or 2 days. They have a pair done. Then the bonus pattern comes out a few days after competition round has started. Then those speedy knitters have an extra pattern to knit while they're waiting for us slow pokes to catch up and for the round to finish and then the next round to continue. So if you are a cheerleader and now I have to go back and read the rules again, because there's a lot of rules to this, you guys. I think you are allowed to, you can modify your socks if you're a cheerleader, and they don't have to be perfect. So you still get the next round's competition pattern, but so I can knit it. Oh, somebody's here. Okay, let me see. Oh, Jude is here. Bonus patterns also sometimes involve techniques that crop up later in the rounds. Oh, so it's like a warm-up. So maybe I do need to be doing the warm-up patterns next year. Okay. So anyway, so that's good to know that some of the techniques could crop up. So, okay, so what was I saying? I was saying that as a cheerleader, you get the competition pattern and you can knit along, but you don't have the pressure of having to get done and fit into a time slot. So for this round 1 sock, there was a 2-week deadline. And then there was also a fancy spreadsheet that showed all the teams, the number of people going through per team, and then it kept being updated as to how many spots were left on the team. So there was 40 people going through on this round on my team. So it would, you could look and you could see there was 38 spots, and there was 35, and then there was, and I quit looking. I didn't look because I just found that too stressful. It's like seeing them tick off, right? And where you are in the sock, and people are finishing, and that part I found too stressful. So I just stopped looking until I was getting really close to the end, just to know if there was some spots left over. But now that you're on the cheerleading team, you don't have that. So you have the time frame. But at some point, I don't know for round 2 if it's still 2 weeks or if it starts getting a little shorter and a little shorter. So, Jen's here. Jen, you're waiting, for the next pattern now. Yes. So it could be released anytime now, right? So that's exciting. So you have to have your yarn, so you have all the specs for the yarn. They announced that today, I think. So how many colors you need, if it should be tonals, if you need beads or not, and that. So it gives you a little bit of time. You can gather all your stuff ready and get yourself all ready. You can and I'm not even kidding about this. You can get your laundry done. You can run to the grocery store. You can get some frozen meals. You can literally get yourself set, right? To be ready to cast on, because when that pattern comes out, you're going to want to cast on, because now the race is on, because round 1 is done and you've weeded out the slowest people. So now you've got true competition, right? But so for those of us that are now on the cheerleading team, we don't have to worry about that. So I think as long as we get our socks knit within the time before the round closes, so even if it is 2 weeks, if all of the slots fill up on every team like they did for this round 1 within 10 days, the round closes at 10 days. You don't have the rest of that 2 weeks. So there's still a little bit of a time thing, but you're not going to get kicked out. And I guess if you don't get your socks done, then you just don't get the bonus patterns. And you get them at the end when it's all done. You just have to wait till June. So I think that's how it works. But honestly, every day I'm learning something a little bit more about how the whole process works. So it truly has been a good learning experience to go through it once. And I'm already making my game plan for next year. Okay, so Jude's saying here, sometimes the specs will drop and then the pattern drops real quick after. Sometimes it takes a full 48 hours, hence why. Yes, okay, so that's a good point. So Jude, that's right. So there is a thread. There's like a frequently asked question. There's an info, a thread. So there's kind of about 3 threads that you really want to keep an eye on in the Ravelry thread. And one of them has, at the very beginning, before it all starts, it lists the socks as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There must be 8 socks, because one's a qualifier and then there's 7 rounds. So so F, G, H. So there must be, so they're all listed, and it gives you the specs for every one. So it doesn't tell you the name of the sock. It doesn't tell you the techniques. It just tells you like sock A. Well, the one that they just announced for today, it says there's 3 colors. There's a main color, a contrast, a contrast. It tells you yardage for all of them. And then just so you can get your stuff ready. So yes, if you're super, super organized, before the whole competition starts, you have a look at what all 8 patterns are going to be, and you can kind of get your yarn sorted out. And then for this one, you would also know that one of the patterns is going to need beads, so you could have those all ready to go as soon as the pattern comes out. Because yes, like Jude says, they release the list of materials and tell you that the pattern could come out anytime from now to 48 hours. So you're right, Jude. So if they release that and then half an hour later the pattern drops, you have to kind of be ready. If you've got 48 hours, then you've got a little bit of time in there to get yourself mentally prepared get some sleep. And, but I don't know. I would think if you were competing tonight, I don't know. I'd have a hard time sleeping. I think I'd be checking my email, but hopefully they would. Well, I don't know. Would they release it in the middle of the night, even with the time change? I don't know. I know this round one came out about 7 a.m. our time, and the qualifying sock came out around noon our time. So anyways, it is fun. So now I get to carry on knitting Sock Madness socks. I kind of thought I was just going to be done. I would knit this pair, finish them off, not go on to round two, kind of ride off into the sunset, and that be it with my sock knitting, right? And just kind of cheer everybody on Instagram who are posting pictures and just, you know, be supportive. And that way. But now I'm thinking, because Karen and Judith were telling me, you know, ask to be a cheerleader, then you can still get the patterns as we're going through. So maybe I will try to knit along. I do have some other kind of work knitting that I need to do, because I do have classes coming up that I need to get samples done for, and I'm just maybe a smidgen behind on that, because I've been having so much fun playing around knitting these really fun socks. So I'm gonna have to have a little bit of a balance. I can't focus 100% on socks, but I want to get them cast on and work through them, and then every Monday night I'll just do a little check-in with whatever the newest sock pattern is, or where I am that week, how close I am, and we'll see. So I'll bring you guys along, and I'll let you know how things are going or how they're not going. There was some talk in the thread about 3-color brioche. Somebody was thinking, maybe, I don't know. That would be fun. I desperately want to do colorwork socks. And then Karen reminded me, she's like, didn't you cast on a pair? And I'm like, which ones? I was racking my brain. I'm like, what is she talking about? I'm like, I don't remember casting on color work. And then she reminded me the, oh, maybe I didn't bring it up here. Oh, yes, I did. This bag. Remember this bag that Cheryl made me at Christmas? And I had this brilliant idea that I could just recreate. Well, maybe not these ones. Maybe modify those ones. But just kind of re-knit every pair of these, because, you know, who doesn't want to do that? And I thought, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. So let me tell you though, Sock Madness has just ignited this refound love of knitting socks. Now I just want to knit them all. I want to cast them all on and do them all. So who knows, maybe some of these will actually turn into real socks. But yeah, color work. So maybe this Sock Madness sock will be a color work, stranded. We will wait and see. We will wait and see. So, hi, Anne. Yes, a cowl would fit nicely in it. It would. It would. And it probably should at some point. But right now, it has been housing my sock knitting. So, what else have I worked on? Not a lot. I finished those on the weekend. And then I had grand plans to do a whole bunch of knitting, and then I came up here and I started sorting yarn out here behind me. And, you know, that kind of ended up being a way bigger job than I thought. I thought, oh, I'll just come up here for an hour and I'll just, you know, well, I spent like the whole rest of the day pretty much. It was, you know, you start doing one thing and then it ends up into something a whole lot more. But I did... Talk about a cowl, Anne. I did cast on a little bit of a cowl and just playing around with a little bit of a, you can't even, there you can kind of see. Just a, okay, not really. My needle and the lighting are not working well, but just a little chevron kind of pattern on there. Nothing too exciting. I have grand plans for it in my mind. It's going to be beautiful, but apparently I'm going to make you wait a little longer because That was all the knitting I got done on it last night. I did go back to this yarn, and if I had my whiteboard updated, I could tell you when I cast this on. This was this was maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago now. Oh, thanks, Aunt. Yeah, I know. I like the cowl. Oh, I should show you. Should backtrack here to the cowl. So what it's going to be, it's going to be 3 colors. And it's the dark blue and the coral. And then I have this color. So it's going to be these 3 colors. I was really going, I don't know, I'm just craving spring. And spring and cowl just don't go together at all, do they? But I don't know. I think next winter when I can wear this, it'll be nice to have a little bit of pop of some bright color. And you know what? Today was winter. It was snowy and blowy here. They had some travel advisories out. Yesterday, the weather was really snowy and blowy as well. And this morning was really not nice either. Up until, well, 4 o'clock. It was still really crazy out. So winter is not done with us yet. Hi, Sam. So anyway, so back to the dishcloth. So this is Bernat Handicrafter, and this was a New Start Monday yarn right when Sock Madness started. Yes, Mod Blue. And I wanted something that was going to be super easy, super quick, so I could just take a look at this. Is a laugh. Get ready for this. I thought, so when I wanted to take a little break from my Sock Madness socks, I could work on a dishcloth. Well, let me tell you, there is no taking a break from your Sock Madness sock. Rookie mistake. There's no breaks. It is when you have knitting time, you are knitting on those socks. You are not going to give up even 15 or 20 minutes to work on like a no-brainer project. No. You're not going to give up a round or 2 on your sock to do something else. So note to self for next year, I don't need a simple little project to have. So my dishcloth didn't even happen. And to be honest, the little bit that I have done on here, I have to pull out because I think I made a mistake. I have just been using this, and I have had this much done on here about 3 times. And I'm really just using it as a little swatch that maybe I will use as a dishcloth at some point. I'm just trying to find actually a stitch pattern for a new design. And this one might just be it. It's textured. That's all I can really tell you, but don't look too close because I think I got 1 stitch off up here. So my pattern's not totally, it's just, I don't know, playing around really. But I guess you have to do that with new designs, right? You have, when you're trying out a new stitch pattern, you got to play around with it a little bit and expect you're going to mess it up. But I like that it looks textured. So hopefully when I redo this, it still has a bit of that nice texture to it. It should. Anyways, that's that. But I will tell you that it is all, okay, tell me this. Would you knit this? It is a whole pattern, and it is all knit 2s together and purl 2s together, basically is what it is. And I think it would be really fun. It might be, I'm wondering if it should just be an accent piece in the pattern versus the whole entire fabric, because it would be slow going, but I think it's going to look fun. So I know I have to play around with that. So that's just what I've been using this cotton for. So I may continue on with this and then just have a really fancy dishcloth for my kitchen. And this Mod Blue looks like a perfect spring color. Should try and have that, and it could be an Easter dishcloth for me. So that is really all that I did. Just working on that stitch pattern, just casting on the cowl, and that's just really just going to be a sample that's going to get re-knit again in some different yarn. But I wanted to play around with the colors, play around with the designs together, get my stitch count right, figure out what my gauge is going to be for the pattern, that kind of thing. Kim, you would do that? Okay, because I'm thinking it's going to, yeah, only certain kind of knitters, like people that just want something a little different. I think it will be fun. So that okay, Kim. That's that's really what I want to hear. So okay, so I'm going to kind of go back in some comments here. So I saw Sam came in and Sam said she had a question. So Sam, just type your question and somebody can help answer it for you. Liz, you were knitting a cowl earlier. Oh, no sleep, so we had to stop. Yeah, you don't want to knit when you're too tired. We've all done that, and we all know that does not end well, does it? We always end up making mistakes. You always think, oh, I'm not that tired. I can do another round, and then 9 times out of 10, I always make a mistake. I should not do that. Melanie, you can remember getting snow in May. Yes, exactly. My birthday is the beginning of May, and yeah, there has been snow a little bit on my birthday before. Yeah, exactly. Springtime, especially for March, right? You just never know. Even within the same day, it can be spring, it can be winter. It's kind of crazy. Oh no, Susanna, you guys have had snow in July? Oh, that would be not fun. Okay, Nikki's saying accent because I think it would be off-putting. That's, yeah, you could be right, Nikki. Your swancho, oh, too much of a lace as all your testers are loving and zooming through it though. Okay. I know, well, I think I'm going to I might try doing the whole pattern in this. I'll see if I like doing it. The one stitch that I really don't like doing a lot of is knit 3 togethers or purl 3 togethers. That, if I had to do a whole shawl or scarf or cowl in that, like a oh my gosh, I just lost it. Like blackberry stitch. I think that is all knit 3 togethers or purl 3 togethers, and it gives you this really cute little textury, like bobbly kind of stitch, and you need super pointy needles to get through 3 stitches. Ugh, I don't know. I would do it. I would do it, but I would probably not be super happy about doing the whole pattern that way. But these knit 2 and purl 2s together are not that bad. They're kind of fun once you get the hang of it. So we'll see. It may, I guess yeah, I don't know. We'll see. See what my mood is after I get going on it. If I want to do the whole thing. Maybe it could be an option. Maybe it could be like a choose your own adventure. You could either do all of it or chunks of it. Possibilities. There's always so many possibilities. Okay, so I'm going to catch up here. So Sam. Oh, Sam, you'll try it? All right, that's what I'd like to hear. Oh, I know Melanie's saying, I know, don't even say that. I know we shouldn't be talking about snow in May and July when we should be having warm weather because we're just tempting Mother Nature, aren't we? Oh, Susan, you rarely get snow there? That's actually not a bad thing. Sherry says May is still hit and miss. Usually, okay. Oh, so spring comes for you guys in June. And see, and here we always think the long weekend in May. After that, we should be good too. But even lately, the last couple, like that last week of May, can be cool too. But yeah, so really by June, we're good too. We always try to push it though, right? And you want it earlier in May, mid-May. Oh, Susanna, there has been snow every month of the year in Calgary. That's depressing. That is depressing. Oh no. Kim, you had whiteout squalls here in Ohio. Oh, and really bad accident. Oh shoot. A few people actually died. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, see, in Kim, and I think like what you guys have for weather pretty much comes up our way, because we're really not that far apart. So we probably were having the same, whatever, it just, what you had just blew through up to us, I think. Sam, oh, nope, nope, I didn't come that way today, Sam. Oh, what is that? You don't knit sample patterns? Well, you could, Sam. Sherry's got a good point. That's right. Yeah, if it's super huge, not. A hat, yes. Cowl, probably. You're right. Smaller project, you could do the whole thing in it, right? So, oh, hey, Sabrina. Almost 80 degrees. Oh, that sounds lovely. Most certainly was not 80 degrees today. It was cold and it was windy. Yeah, it was a hat wearing day. So I just try to think on days like this, instead of being bummed that spring is not here, just think of it as a bonus day that knitters can wear their knitwear, because pretty soon we will be washing up hats and mitts and cowls and scarves and putting all that winter stuff away and bringing out our lightweight summer shawls and things, right? So I just thought, as I was brushing off my car, I was thinking, well, at least I get to wear my hats and mitts one more time. And to be honest, it'll probably be a few more times yet, but I thought, yep, these guys are going away pretty soon, so I might as well just embrace the opportunity to get to wear them again, right? Oh, Jocelyn says, oh, you have secret knitting to do, but all I want to do is cast on a jelly roll blanket. I know. What is that? I think it's every time our projects become work, if they have a deadline or something, it's just that lure of something fun, something with no deadline, something that you shouldn't be doing, right? Um, yeah, maybe maybe we've traded in from our teenage days, all those times, sneaking out to meet friends or going on a date when you weren't supposed to, or sneaking into the bar. We have now replaced all of that craziness with casting on a new project. That is the extent of our excitement now. I should be finishing something, but let's cast on a new pair of socks, right? Let's live wild and crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sherry says do it. I know, right? Just do it. If you want to cast on, just do it. That's what I say. What yarn do you have, Jocelyn, to cast it on with? Susan, did I decide what to make with swatches? Well, I'm thinking maybe kind of a patchworky kind of blanket is what I'm thinking. I mean, what else would I do with them? I mean, a cowl or a scarf or something maybe, but I'm kind of in this blanket mode. I'm wanting to cast on blankets, and I haven't yet. So maybe my swatches will become the blanket. Oh yeah, Sam, you always like a challenging pattern for sure. So when I get this one wrote up, I'll let you knit it. How's that? Oh, Nikki, that's the project you left at home. Well, that's something to look forward to when you get back to it, right? Oh, Melanie, you finished your, what is this? The Habit double knitting scarf. Oh, you finished it? That's fantastic. What did I do today? Cast on a Star Wars double knitting scarf. Well, of course, you can't have empty needles. Well, that's exciting. So for any of you guys who are following along, the Fiber Friends, the Around Your Neck Challenge is finishing up Thursday night. So we still have a couple more days, tonight, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all day Thursday, because I'll probably close the thread on Friday. So that's exciting. So there is still time to get things finished up, or even if you haven't finished, if your goal was to make a certain, if you met your goal, then post your pictures in the Ravelry thread, the Fiber Friends Ravelry thread, and put them in the Facebook group. So that's exciting. And then socks, the Fiber Friends challenge for the month of April, which starts on Friday, is socks, which is very aptly timed, which was why our April sock challenge kind of came out of Sock Madness last year when everybody was talking about doing Sock Madness socks. And we thought, oh, well, maybe we should do our own little long weekend sock knitting challenge. So this year, though, we've extended it. Now we've got our challenges go the whole month, which is so much better. I'm glad we decided to extend it because then it allows more people to take part. More people, I think just feel like they've got more time so that it's something that they can take part in. Before it was always kind of over, is either 10 days or it was a weekend depending on the project. And then some people couldn't do it because of other commitments and things. But this way, everybody gets to play along when it's a whole month long, which is super fun. Ah, socks. I know. I'm just in love with sock knitting right now, you guys. Oh, Susan, blanket, cushions, and bags. Is that what you're making right now? Bags. I really want to do some market bags. I need to do that. Oh, Jocelyn has got all of your minis. Oh, from sock sets, as you don't use them in your socks. Okay, you have a huge Walmart bag full. Oh, that's nice. And a natural, oh, what's that? A Buttonberg blanket? And you want to start, oh, so that's two different projects. Oh, one's for the jelly roll, and then this Buttonberg blanket. Well, Jocelyn, if you're looking for any of us to tell you not to cast on, you have come to the wrong place. Because we're just going to say, do it. Cast them on. If it's going to make you happy, just do it. Oh, Sam, yes, you're going to do socks in April. Well, I think it will. I can't see why it wouldn't. Oh, Jocelyn says, thank goodness our the Fiber Friends challenges go the whole month now. Yeah, it was, I think that was a good choice. We started out doing just a weekend or a long weekend kind of thing because then it was quick, it was there, it was done, and it was a whole weekend, and people really seemed to like that. It seemed to go well for the first little while, and then we thought, well, maybe we should spread it out because there were some people who said, oh darn, I have to work this weekend or I'm away this weekend, so I won't be able to take part. So this way, when we spread it out over the whole month, people seem to really enjoy it. I was worried that if we spread it out over the whole month, the excitement during the month would kind of peter out. Whereas when we had it over a 3-day long weekend, it was exciting, right? It was just there. It was those 3 days. Everybody took part. It was there and it was done, right? I don't know. But I think the month long worked out well because the excitement still seems to keep going throughout the whole month. And there again, maybe because a month really for a knit along or a challenge is a fairly short time frame as opposed to 2 or 3 months. So I think it has all worked out well. We've had so many people taking part. Every month the challenges have more and more people taking part, and just the inspiration you get from seeing what people are working on, what yarns they're using, the patterns, it is all really, really exciting. And I cannot wait to see what people are going to do for socks for April. So if you guys haven't already, on Facebook, go search Fiber Friends Friday Night Knit In. That is our private Facebook group for it's for people who watch the blog and just want to join in the knitting group. And that's where I go live there every Friday night. And that's also the spot where you can start now posting your sock yarns. So if you have an idea of what you're going to work on for your socks, you can go in there and say, my project, my challenge for myself for my socks for the month is to knit a whole pair, is to get one sock done. This is my yarn, and this is the pattern I'm going to do. Or I'm going to pull out a whip, and I'm going to try and get these finished. Or somebody had said they had 3 whips, and they were going to try to finish all 3 of them in the month. So that's exciting. Always lots of fun. Okay, so let me go back to some messages here. Sally, hi Sally. You haven't been knitting that much. Oh, You just binge watched Bridgerton. You know what, you guys? I did not start that on the weekend. I had all these plans to watch it, and I started um, an audiobook, The Rose Code. And I got so obsessed with that that I listened to the whole thing over the weekend. So Bridgerton is on tap for tonight. I did not start because I couldn't stop listening to this book. I get pretty like tunnel visioned when I start watching a series and apparently listening to an audiobook. I don't want to do two or three at the same time. I just want to do one and do it all and then go to the next. So Bridgerton's next. So I did not watch it this weekend. And I think part of the reason why I was okay waiting an extra couple days for Bridgerton is because I heard there's only 8 episodes in season 2. And I was like, only 8? I'm like, I can watch that all in one day. Then it'll be gone again for a year. So I think my thought process was, well, if I finish the audiobook, then at least I'm stretching out Bridgerton for a little bit longer, that anticipation of watching it. And I did find my Bridgerton sock yarn, but I was supposed to be knitting that while I was watching season 2. Maybe I'll wind it up. I don't know. Maybe I'll cast it on too. Never know. Oh dear. So many fun things. There's just not enough time for everything. So Sally, you were binge watching Bridgerton. Oh yeah. So waiting for the new season episode. So is there going to be more episodes coming then, Sally? Yes. And so she's asking, is anybody else watching? So yes, I am going to be. How many episodes have you watched, Sally? Hi, Judy. Oh, gauge question. Ooh, pattern says 21 stitches equals 4 inches, 32 rows. It says blocked. Right now you have 23 3/4 inches not blocked. Okay. Do I continue or return to needle size and redo? You could. I would probably change needle size. I don't think blocking will change it that much because you've got almost, 23. Yes, you've got 2 more stitches in there. I would switch needle sizes first and then block it and then see. Because the blocking will bloom. I don't think you'll lose 2 stitches out of there though. What does anybody else say? I would switch needle size, get it a little closer, and then block it. But you could, since it's already on the needles, you could block it too. Really, I don't know. You're going to have to play around with it a little bit. I think if it was me, I would switch needle sizes first and then get a little closer and then block it. Let me see. Oh, Judy, so what are you making? Are you doing a sweater? Oh, Liz is saying she's got it. Judy, it says, depends on the yarn. Also a good question. I guess I was just assuming it's wool. If you're going to block it, it's going to be wool. If it's acrylic, it's not going to change much. It will bloom a lot, perhaps. I would say you're probably okay. Okay, so there you go. So I've got one opinion. Liz has got another. So that's, oh, yeah, Liz says the Rose Code was a good book. I loved it. Oh, Sally's on the first episode. Oh, only the first episode is out. Oh, no, now I'm really bummed. Oh, but there's 8 of them coming. Oh, darn. Okay, well, look. Okay, Sally, you prepared me, because if I went on Netflix and saw there was only 1 episode out, I would be so sad. Okay, well, maybe I'll watch episode 1 tonight. So are they coming out weekly? Oh. Okay. Now I'm thinking maybe I'll just wait and then I will binge watch it all in one shot. Now I have a decision to make. Oh, darn. Oh, Sally says, you think there'll be one every week? I'm not sure. Oh, the first season was 8 episodes? Oh, so maybe that's what somebody was saying. They thought it would be the same then. Okay. Well, I don't know. Now that's the big question. Do I watch the one tonight? Maybe I'll watch the one tonight. Maybe I won't be able to resist. Okay, let me see. Oh, what is the other one? It's my tape measure. My tape measure. I know, my fancy accessory. Have you guys ever, sometimes I put circular needles around my neck, and I actually went out shopping one day with a needle around my neck, and I did not notice until I came home. I wonder if anybody else noticed, but I did not lose the needle. That's the important thing. I know, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Oh, Karen was talking about, oh, what is that? What is that in the Bridgerton series? I'm very glad. Oh, you're not watching. Apparently, they changed Kate, Anthony's love interest, and her sister relationship. Oh, okay. Oh, they changed the actress for that? Okay. Oh, and they do. Oh, and for the worse. Oh. Well, I guess I'll find out what I think. Okay, Nikki says, Anne, I saw it on the podcast. It is called. Oh, you showed it. Oh, okay. So sorry. Nikki says she showed it on her podcast. It's called Marvelous Makes. Yes. Pattern by Kay Jones. Oh, I like her stuff. Oh, Jocelyn, our Netflix has all 8 episodes for season 2. Oh, so maybe it's a Canadian versus American thing. So I do have all 8 episodes. Okay. Isn't that interesting? Oh, so Liz is saying, what is this? A DK probably stays pretty much the same thing. Try another needle size. I don't know. And you know what? And it's probably true. So back to the gauge question. It's probably one of those things. It could be depending on the yarn. Yeah, depending on the yarn. It might be one or the other, right? You may be fine just blocking it, or I don't know. Maybe just block it right now, then you'll know. And then you'll know. Let's go with that. Wait and binge, Sherry says. I know, because I love binging it. But if we have it all, then maybe I can. I can just go and watch it. Going in public wearing your circular needle. Been there, done that. Oh, Liz, you've done that too? Good. Then I'm in good company. I know, the things we do, right? Phew, as long as we just don't lose them. Jude. Oh, DPN in your ponytail. Yes. Bump. Oh no. Oh, bump getting in the car. Regularly have a DPN in your hair. You know what? I have done that too lots of times. And sometimes what I've even done is if I'm knitting and I get hot or something, I just wrap my hair up and then I just use the DPN and as my only hair like clip to hold it all up. Yeah. But then yeah, you're right. Then you gotta be really careful though you don't poke somebody with it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so fun. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have been chatting for almost an hour. Our time is almost up. Liz, you lose DPNs behind your ears. Oh my gosh, I have done that too. You guys are making me feel so good. Oh, Sam, you're heading out? Okay, yeah, we're going to wrap up here in about 5 minutes. So, all right, Sam, well, take it easy and get some rest. And are you the only person not interested in socks? I don't know. I'm sure there's probably other people right now that are not in the sock mood. I kind of go like other than the sock madness bug that has like totally, yeah, got me so hooked. My sock knitting has always just kind of been and gone. It comes and goes. And when I want to do a pair, I'll do, well, one sock, maybe a pair. And then I get off into something else. But right now, Yeah, I'm just loving the socks. Loving the socks. And I think it's just because the patterns are so interesting that it really just has my attention. Can't wait to see what the next pattern is going to be. Oh, Nikki, you've done that with a DPN too? Yeah, stick it. Yeah, I know. Stick it behind your ear or in your hair or something, right? And then you totally forget where it is. Oh no, Susanna, you rolled the chair over a DPN and broke it. I have done that with wooden ones. I've either stepped on them. I think once I sat on one and snapped it. Yeah, that's not good. That's right. Socks just happen. Oh, so Liz, socks just happen to be your go-to project. I know. And there'll be lots of people that aren't. Sam's not knitting socks right now. I know that for sure. So you can rest assured you're not the only one. Jocelyn says you have you have feet and not enough socks to go a whole 2 weeks. Oh, without washing them. So you need more. Oh, so you need to cast on is what you're saying. Oh, Jocelyn, you're happy knitting us shawls and sweaters. So not socks for you either. So there you go. I know there's a lot of people love socks, but not everybody. Kim, you're restraining yourself from casting on socks until the end of the week. That's right. Cast them on Friday. We're doing, so you guys who are still left here, just Friday night in the Fiber Friends Facebook group, we're going to do like a little cast on party. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not going to be really much different than our normal Friday night, but we'll hopefully be chatting more about socks and other things, Anne. So don't worry. Don't worry. We don't want to leave non-sock knitters out. But yeah, come with your cast-ons and to the Friday Night Live and share what you're casting on, and we'll all cast on together. Oh, Susan, your cat chewed circular needles. Oh dear. Yeah, they sometimes like chewing the cords, don't they? That's not good. Liz, the worst thing I have done is stick a DPN in your leg. Ouch. That's not good. Oh, but pulling it out was painful. Oh, jeepers. I remember my son stepped on one once and it didn't go in that far and I just had to slightly pull it out. But I thought, oh my gosh, that would be my worst fear, would be have to take somebody to the hospital to get it removed or something. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yes. Don't want to poke anybody with them. Sally, you've broken DPNs, trying to knit socks. You don't like them at all. Okay. What dish? Oh, DPNs you don't like? DPNs? Yes, Nikki, whips are welcome in the sock. Yes, absolutely, because we're all about, getting things finished. So yes, if you've got something already started, pull it out. Absolutely. And get it finished. That's right. Pull it out as in pull it out to get ready. You can pull it out and rip it out if you're not going to knit it. But yes, that's not what you were asking. So yes, absolutely. Whips are welcome. Sally, socks have become your favorite since you learned how to knit them. And most people, that is what I hear. Once people start knitting socks, they really do enjoy them. Cindy, look at you go. You finished a shorty pair today and you started another sock. That's fantastic. Because it is getting to be shorty season, right? We can kind of trade out our wintry socks for ones that are a little shorter, for a little warmer weather. That's exciting. Oh no, Susan, so when your cat chewed the circular needle, it was a blanket on the needles. Oh my gosh. And you probably lost like 100 stitches. Oh no. Slippers. Is that, Susanna, are you asking about slippers for the sock challenge? Yeah, I'd say that's fine. I mean, I would say slippers could qualify if you wanted to do slippers. Because they're kind of like basically shorty socks, right? I think so. I mean, the whole idea of our challenge is to have fun. I'm not going to say no to very many things, right? Because I want everybody to cast on something that they're going to like knitting, something they're going to wear, something they're going to enjoy, right? Slippers are close enough, so I think we can slip those in. Nikki, you have, oh, one sock and a pair. Oh, for Mr. Nikki, but a second one is needed. Yes. That being said, one sock for him is like 2 socks for me. I was just thinking about that. He probably has ginormous feet, and that is like knitting like a whole pair of socks in one. So yeah, absolutely. That totally counts. Totally counts. All right, everybody. Well, our hour is up. So I'm going to go downstairs. I am going to... Am I going to watch Bridgerton? Will I not? I think I will. I think I will start. So I won't binge watch all of it, but maybe I'll watch. I know. See? I think I will. I think I'll just go downstairs, watch 1 or 2 episodes tonight. See how late I want to stay up. But I'm going to knit. I'm going to work on... I'm going to cast these socks on, and I'm going to work some more on the cowl. And my dishcloth disaster, I'm going to sort that out and get my pattern sorted out, because I think I'm going to really, really enjoy that pattern. So everybody, thank you so much, as always, for joining me tonight. It's always so lovely chatting with all of you and getting your input and seeing what you're working on. And thanks so much for voting. Truly is a great way to start the week off with seeing what you guys are voting, what you're liking, which one's in the lead, if it gets tied. It's just a great fun way to cast cast on and get started with the week. Nancy says, I have empty spaces in my cubbies. Well, I do, only because I pulled everything off and I dusted all the shelves and I sorted out all my yarn. And because these shelves, they had just kind of got messy. I was just shoving stuff here, there, and everywhere. So I pulled it all out and started to sort everything back into its places. So yeah, there is a few that are empty, and that's because the yarn's sitting on the floor. I just didn't get it finished. So yeah, I know, don't get too excited. There's yarn to go back on. I just ran out of time. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for voting. Have a fantastic week. And I will see you right back here next Monday. And if you are around for the Fiber Friends, I will see you Friday night for the live over there. Have a great week, everybody. Happy knitting.